And good day. This is the second of the podcast for this week of November the 15th, and it deals with budget. State budget, local budget. This week I've attended several meetings in which I've heard terms bandied about from 1.2 billion, 1.4 billion, 1.8 billion to $2 billion for the deficit of our state in January. And until really the January revenue consensus meeting occurs in January, we really won't know where we stand. The current state administration is saying it will be approximately 1.2 million. In any event, that's a large piece of change. How does that impact or compare to the public schools? This past Monday evening, Mr. Steve Lennar gave an update to our budget and our projections for the 2011-2012 school year, and without all of the variables yet to be determined, we very easily could be looking at $3.5 million that we need to find, reduce, whatever, to balance the budget. And already people might be saying, oh my goodness, why did it just happen to Holly? Well, it's not going to be just happening to Holly. And we'll give out a far more detailed description of budget as the budget process continues in January and such. Federal money's falling out. The failure of PA-18 funding, the special ed millage here in Oakland County, and that's based on property values. We're probably going to lose $500,000 alone in that, and none of the special ed regulations have been diminished. People wonder, well, what can we do at this point? One of the things that you can do is to contact legislators and not just beg for money. Money alone is not going to be the final answer in the long run. Well, how can I say that? Well, you can't just keep pouring money unless you look at systems. You look at the entire way we operate. Now, there's a lot of unfunded mandates. There's numerous. There's state and federal laws that we have to follow. But are there areas in which we can consolidate, that we can share individuals, thoughts, ideas? The next few months will be probably the most interesting months since I've been here. Why? You have a new Republican governor. Both the House and Senate here in the state of Michigan will be Republican. In the Senate, there's a supermajority, which means that if they wanted to, they could pretty much do whatever they wanted here in the state of Michigan. But there's a lot of good people that are being elected to the state legislature. One of the scary thoughts, in one sense, is that 92 of the 110 members of the House will have 2 years or less experience. And that's not a demeaning point to them. It simply means that there's a learning curve here. The second point is that I think 29 of the 38 state senators will be new. Now, that doesn't mean that some of the folks from the House have gone to the state Senate, but they'll just be new to the Senate. So I encourage everybody to continue to contact their legislators, to share with them what's important. Sometimes when Thanksgiving rolls around, when winter break, Christmas, the various holidays come around, people forget about things and they'll wait till January. Well, we need to be thinking during this lame duck session of the legislature, what can be done, what can be streamlined. But as we talk about consolidation and duplication, and let's do away with this and do away with that, what are the issues, what are the areas that people want to continue to sustain? Obviously, you cannot continue to spend more as a state or a school district than you take in. So as we, and I mean by we, the communities, our personnel, our parents, our communities, as we all look toward budget, what can we do to sustain the programs that we have that people want to have and still remain solvent? So no, now is not the time to go out and commit Harry and shoot ourselves in the foot. But now is the time to realize that there's still a lot of variables out there that could indeed make the situation worse. But as always, working together, I believe that we can and we will meet the challenges before us. So thank you very much. Only one more podcast to go for this week of November the 15th. Thank you very much.